2022 for me is turning into the year of paid ads. So I've been really fortunate since starting Breakthrough Marketing Secrets in 2014 for a lot of organic growth. And I've spent most of my time since then focused on client work, but I'm doubling down on growing Breakthrough Marketing Secrets in my training library, BTMSinsiders, and doubling down on paid customer acquisition for that. And so as part of that, I'm using the new year, January 2022, to refresh all of my my paid ad concepts to clarify and to reinforce all those things that have worked for me for years working with clients. But when you have your own money on the line, it's a great opportunity to make sure that you are doubly, triply clear on everything that you're doing. And so today I want to share with you 3 C's of online ads that get clicks. Now, I want you to leave me a comment with this episode. Let me know, are you new to paid advertising? Have you done it a lot for yourself? Have you done it a lot for clients? Like, what is your needs around paid advertising? Also, make sure you click that like button before you go and subscribe if you want more content like that. You can subscribe here also at breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com to get my daily emails with episode notifications and more exclusive content for email subscribers. So with that, let's dive into those 3 C's of online ads that get clicks. These are the proven direct response marketing, copywriting, and entrepreneurship success strategies you can use today to write your own ticket and create the life you want. I am Roy Furr, and this is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Now, here's today's breakthrough. Now I'm going to tell you the first 3, or I'm going to tell you the 3 C's right off, the 3 C's of online ads that get clicks, but I don't want you to just be like, oh, I have all 3 of them. I have the words that Roy says to describe these and just, leave it at that, because there's a lot of details for each one that I want to cover that are going to help you make this useful and not just something that you can write down on a 3x5 note card and then never get any use out of it. So the 3 C's are content, credibility, and call to action. Content, credibility, and call to action. And the reality is that in some way, shape, or form, every online ad should have these different elements included. But the main focus of each ad is going to change based on where somebody is at in the research cycle, in the buying cycle, where someone is at in terms of market awareness, where someone is at if they're, brand new to you or if they know you well. The focus of your ad is going to change quite a bit from ad to ad to ad. So I'm going to talk about these in the context of when do you focus your ad on content? When do you focus your ad on credibility? When do you focus your ad on call to action? So let's start with content. Sound good? So content ads, these are ads that are value first selling, that actually deliver value in the messaging of the ad. These work very well for top of funnel, for cold traffic, for people who don't know you at all, who are maybe still in like that problem aware or unaware phase of discovering a market, where they're starting to figure out, okay, I have like a need that is probably going to be solved by buying a product or service, but I don't really understand it enough to make a decision. And so the whole point of this is to get engagement, start to engage people like through that buying decision-making process, and convey to them that you understand the symptoms that they're facing or the specific problem, if they can identify those symptoms as coming from an underlying problem, and that you have some understanding of what the ideal solution is. So a content ad is going to it's going to speak to the challenge or need that they have, and it's going to carry them through towards finding a solution to that. So I often use examples from marketing. So this is like, hey, you need more customers. We'll show you how to drive a bunch of traffic to your website to get you more customers, right? Like, and we'll show you this unique way, or we'll show you how to do it using this particular platform or whatever it is, right? It's people who are starting to understand that they have a problem, and it is actually presenting to them some type of valuable content in the ad that drives that pushes them forward through that education cycle. Now, these are also effective for driving traffic. So it's not just about content as in like content marketing. The whole point is to engage them with content and establish yourself as somebody who has a solution for them, and then ask them to take action at the end. So this is still direct response, even though it is content focused. It's just when you are at the top of the funnel, when you're going out to cold traffic, cold audiences who don't know you at all, one of the best ways that you can get engagement from them is to actually provide them value, right? And it doesn't actually matter if you are if you're selling something that's more of a physical product or an information product or a service or whatever. If you are helping them understand the problem and understand how to pick a solution, that is a valuable way to drive them through that process. Now, specific ideas around this, like this one is the one that's the most amorphous as far as the approach to what you put in the ad. But what I would recommend is following something like the hook, story, offer framework, where you're going to hook their attention. Like that's one of the big challenges of online advertising, is how do you hook their attention fast? And so, for example, with YouTube, you have 5-6 seconds before they can click that skip button. And so how do you hook their attention in the first 5 or 6 seconds such that they are going to want to engage? And so you have to do something that promises the value that they're going to get and makes it relevant to the ideal prospect. And then usually after the hook, after you've promised a little bit of value in there, you do want to establish some credibility, and we'll get to credibility ads in a moment. But after the hook, you generally want to establish some credibility, and then you get into the story, which is, in this case, the story is actually the content that you're delivering, the value that you're delivering them. It's like, here's one really important tip. And then you get into the offer, which is, if you want to know more, if you want to go deeper, if you want to understand how this applies to you, go here. There's a call to action. Another thing is you can actually just go straight for a value delivery. Like, hey, here's a really important tip for you. If you're interested in this, here's the tip, blah, 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 blah. And then if you want more like this, do this call to action, right? Like, go to this place. And so if you want to get clicks, providing some kind of content for top of funnel, for cold traffic, that is one of the best ways to get that initial engagement. Now, as you get deeper into warm traffic, whether this is your own maybe retargeting lists, or if somebody has engaged first on one of those top of funnel content ads and you're doing retargeting to those people, you tend to get more into the credibility. And the credibility is middle of funnel, it's warm traffic. You know, credibility can work for cold traffic. Call to action can work for cold traffic, which is going to be number 3. But really, the credibility is when somebody has moved into the solution aware phase. Like they were problem aware, they were unaware, they became problem aware, and they're becoming solution aware. So they're comparing your solution to other alternatives. What you need to do is you need to reinforce yourself as an expert, reinforce the value of your solution, the primacy or the superiority of your solution, and to help them establish buying criteria that your solution uniquely meets, right? Like, so if you give them a checklist for the ideal solution needs to contain these things, and your product or service actually meets that buying criteria, then of course they're going to choose you. And so this credibility is really about establishing your solution as unique and uniquely tailored to their needs. And some of the more interesting ways that you can do this are through things like testimonials. If you have any kind of testimonials, this can be a great way to establish that credibility and to help people say, oh, people who are like me get into this particular solution because it matches these particular needs. And so testimonials and other types of social proof, other forms of proof, credibility, and believability. I have an entire training on over 24 different types of proof, credibility, and believability that I'm not going to get into here. But all of this is about establishing your solution as superior, and credible and believable and proving all the promises that you make. And then finally, call to action ads. So call to action ads are bottom of funnel. It's hot traffic. Somebody has been at your like your checkout page or your application page or whatever page within the last 7 days. It's somebody who's just like all over your particular offer. This is about just getting that person to take that final step to convert. And it's about directing them to that conversion event. And this type of thing, as a general rule, you should assume that call to action ads that are just like, hey, we have this deal for you, or you need to take this action now to get this result. That this only works on hot traffic. Like if you want to skip the whole content and credibility portion of the ad and go straight to the call to action, it really only works on hot traffic. The exception to that would be something that's very low ticket, it's well targeted to the right audience, to the right people. So maybe it's like a welcome mat offer, or if it's a really simple offer, like some physical products are just simple to understand, simple to see. And so more of a call to action ad might work for those, as long as, again, you have your targeting really dialed in and the ad networks know that they're putting this in front of the ideal person. But in general, for a more complex value proposition, a more complex offer, a more complex product or service, you need to start with the content and the credibility before you're showing people the call to action ads. Now, if you do want to go deeper into some of these ideas, I mentioned the welcome mat funnels. And in fact, part of what I'm doing as part of my paid traffic strategy is building out low ticket offers that are really appealing and really low ticket, so that they can tend to scale and get people in the door spending their first dollar with me. And I'm following a strategy that I teach in a training called Welcome Mat Funnels to get new customers. I'll include a link in the description to that. Also, if you're interested in checking out that proof, credibility, and believability training, there's a link in the description to that as well. And both of those are part of the BTMS Insiders training library, which is like Netflix for copywriting and marketing training. So you pay one low monthly fee and you get access to everything. So I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. And again, like leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, and just let me know that you want more content like this, that this is relevant to you, or that you have specific questions around these topics. And let me know that. And, I look forward to catching you again in the next episode. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.